Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another deadline stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me, see me clearly, and everything seems fine. And then we can straight dive into the fact that why have I wildcarded and more questions around this game week and a double game week, obviously. So, yes, please let me know. Let's get started soon. Zinchenko looks again, he's back in training, but I won't say he starts because it's sort of he's just back, so can't say. Hi Path, hi what's up? Oh, Devang, sorry. Let me know your transfer. So maybe if you need more help in your team, and we can validate the transfer you have made. Great that you can hear me. Everything seems fine. Scared me for a second. Yes, it did. Again, I'm apologetic for last time I didn't show up. Unfortunately, I missed my own deadline, and that's the reason I have wildcard. Just let's quickly give you an overview. Here is my team. I am on wildcard. Where can I show you the tab? Yes, unlimited active chip is wildcard. I have wildcarded. So that's where my team is at the moment. And the reason I wildcarded was the fact that I missed the deadline last game week to set up my team very well for 28, 27, and then 29. I messed it up. Unfortunately, I couldn't wake up at 4 a.m. Put an alarm, missed all alarms, missed 17 alarms that night. So just fell behind, and then it felt like with my own team, too many injuries. Neto, Hang first, then Saka seemed injured. Then there was a couple of defenders Ake didn't want. Just too much haphazard in my team. Felt like it was the right time to wildcard. I know it's early, but it seemed very perfect for my team to set up. And then it didn't make sense for me to take a -4, -8, -8, -12 this game week, then next game week again, and then probably wildcard out of it. So I think saving those 20 odd points at least with wildcard works out for me. Okay, it's perfect. Let's get into your team. Let's not talk about my team more. I am sort of stuttering as well. So yeah. Is it worth taking -4 of Sameo? So I was very interested in Sameo. I'll just address this. Sameo versus Morris. I was interested in the same sort of debate I was having in my team. Sameo has about similar minutes per point to Solanke. Solanke is 17 minutes. Sameo is 18.4. Morris has got 16.2 minutes per point. So when you look at the larger picture, he plays more minutes than Sameo. Sameo seems like the player, but he doesn't take enough shots inside the box. Most of his shots are outside the box, are sort of wonder goals. And that is why I've thought that maybe for a player who's playing one more game, Haspens will definitely play 90 minutes. He could be the better pick. Plus, Bournemouth at home are very conservative. I know it's an important 6-pointer sort of game for them. It could turn out to be that. But it seems like it is not necessary to go there. And the stats don't back that up. So between the two, Morris is better. I wouldn't go Sameo. Sameo is still better than all the other Bournemouth attackers that we have. Be that Tavernier or Kluivert or Kluivert, whichever pronunciation it goes with. He's better than the other two, but again, Morris stands out, especially with the pens. So, yeah, bring Morris for a -4 for Haaland. Yes, it says you free hit. I could feel 8 players for Game Week 29 for a -8, and some of them were important players like Sunbow. Okay, should I use my free hit? I think you can save it. 7 with these sort of 7 are decent. You don't have to rush it. Although for a -8, maybe might as well just put an 11. That gives you a decent 20-point utilization of your free hit. So consider free hit as well. Is it worth to take a -4 for Kirkes? I have seen a lot of people going Kirkes. Can go because there's a punt you can take. I think both Sheffield and Luton have a very weak right hand side, so can do that. Not a bad option. The only reason I haven't done that and went Neto instead, Neto gets me save and bonus points. Plus, long run, I want Region. He's much more attacking in general attacking than Kirkes. I don't want to make a defensive transfer, so Region stays in my team. Bench Foden, De Bruyne or Kudus. I would bench De Bruyne, honestly, out of the three. He looks like in the least form. Trippier, Gabriel, Heechan to Son, already regretting. That's the move. I think Trippier to Gabriel is good. Could have been avoided because you don't need him if you're wildcarding soon. So that's one. Heechan to Son is perfect. So that's not a problem. Is it worth a -8 for Morris and Doughty? I think it's yes. It is. It's sort of decent. I know it's a lot, but it sets you up like enough number of games going ahead. So why not? Bench Foden, De Bruyne, Kudus. I answered that. -4 for Son seems fine. Not a problem. Start one of Palmer and Watkins. It's kind of tough, but I'll go Watkins because he's looking more in form, and Spurs are just bad defensively. So yeah. Plus Watkins home, so I would prefer that. Best replacement for Zinchenko. I'd go Doughty if you don't have Doughty. Uh, and if you're on just want to take up on Kirkis isn't bad this game week. So yeah, start Muniz or Diaz this game week. Which Diaz? Is it the Liverpool Diaz? I'd start Muniz then in that case. Is Solanke going to play this? Yes, he's trained yesterday, so should play. I don't think. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured, but should play. Is it important to have Bournemouth defender or instead focus on the single game week mids? I think midfielders would be paying off much more. Son and Bowen, especially, are more important than the Bournemouth defenders. I have 5 players for the blank game week and I have 2 free transfers this week. Should I use both to get 7-8 for next game week or just use my free? I think if you have 2 free transfers, you set up very well for 29. Then maybe take 2 more transfers, set up 10 players, and that's more than enough. I don't think you need more than 9 good players next game week. Don't use your free hit here. What's all that was for you? I'm okay. I'm without a goalkeeper this and next game week. Could you check goalkeeper predicted points for the next 3 game weeks? I'm not free hitting in 29. Should I let it be? I'm on a -4. This game week, Neto doesn't really pay. Then maybe go for Kaminsky. I think he pays off because he plays the next 3 games for sure. So the baseline does help with the hit. I think Kaminsky is fine. He won't keep a clean sheet, but just purely in terms of starting, he is fine. You can go Leno instead as well. Leno plays next game week too, and he's decent for save points. Haaland to Morris for a -8 seems too rash, but sets you up well. If you're not free hitting, go for it. Not free hitting 29, Haaland to Solanke or Morris. It'll be another -4 next game week to go Solanke to Morris. I don't know why it will be a -4, but I think Solanke is better because there's a captaincy option there. Missed up your question. Sorry, Parth. Could you please send in your question again? I have free hit for 29. Do you think I need to sell Haaland for Son? Still, I also have my wild card. If you're free hitting for 29, if you're set for that, you don't need to sell Haaland necessarily. You can set up your team that way, but don't have to. It would be better off if you did sell and then buy other players right now. Thoughts on Virgil van Dijk and Foden to Zabariani and Son? Son is fine, but Zabariani seems too harsh. I don't expect a clean sheet, so maybe too much expectation. Maybe get another defender who could possibly get a clean sheet in the same price range. No news on Saka, unfortunately. Hopefully he does play, but no news. Haaland to Morris for a he was just sick, so he was not injured. I think he's done Solanke and he is Neto and Doughty. I think Morris is fine if you get him. He gives you another game week player for next game week. Maybe you can leave Solanke out. So next game week you don't have to get a forward. Maybe in game week 30 you directly go for Isaac or Darwin, and that just solves all of your problems. So we consider that. Palmer or Bailey? I think Palmer. If I free hit in 29, don't have my wild card, says Parth. Is Tony and Haaland to Solanke and Morris worth it? If you're free hitting in 29, if you don't have a wild card with you, don't free hit in 29. I think you should set up well for 29. In that case, yes, make both the moves. Maybe not Tony. So I don't think Tony makes sense. I think just Solanke and then Solanke to Morris makes enough sense. Don't sell Tony. Use the other transfer for somewhere else. I don't think you should free hit in 29. You will have to free hit in 37 or 34 to have a stronger lineup when everyone's bench boosting. Solanke for Darwin, Watkins or Haaland. Solanke for Darwin, Watkins or Haaland. I think the other 3 are more important. I know Haaland will be back in 31, but in 30 you want Darwin before Haaland. So keeping him just helps that a notch bit. Haaland or Solanke captain? Solanke. I have a strange feeling that Solanke might not do well this game week, but he's sort of best for captaincy on paper. Not going Solanke is just overthinking it, so don't risk it. I don't think it's a risk. It should be a thought, honestly. Just go for it. Your penalty here and there can always help. Is it worth taking -16 for Solanke? No, I don't think so. It's worth taking a -16 for this sort of lineup. Poro, Solanke, Morris, Doughty, not the best. It will pay off, but you'll not gain much, so not the best. If not next week, when to say free hit for? The blank doesn't have the best matchups, to be honest. You can always free hit in the last game week where you get all news, so that's 1 week. 34 is another week for free hitting. So I think there are decent weeks to free hit. You don't have to. And maybe, let's say you're setting up your team in a way for 37 and there's a game week maybe 35, 36, where you don't feel like your team matchup is good, then you can free hit. So it's always a bailout card. Don't have to use it, especially when you have a good team and you're setting up that well. Are we expecting news on Solanke to start before news? Yes, we are. There is some sort of rumors happening that he's fine. He'll be starting and playing, so there doesn't have to be a lot of worry about it. A lot of people captaining, I think, Solanke. That's fine. I think we're good. Let me check for more news. Let's see if I will get some news. I just saw an interesting team and thought if we should talk about it. Wait, where did it go? Never mind, I lost it. Captain Saka, Bowen also got Haaland. If I have to between the two, Bowen. Seems like Saka, there's rumors of his not doing well, right? He was subbed off early for that reason. Maybe what if he doesn't start? It's sort of easy game on paper, so maybe he comes on as sub. So never captain such a player. We have got sort of decent amount of news. Rumors of Solanke starting. The worry is not him starting. The worry is him aggravating his injury again. That's the problem. Arshid sent in his team. He's got one free transfer left. Gabriel, Doughty, Saliba, Neto. That's back four. Son, Bowen. That's a 6. Foden, Saka, Palmer. That's a decent midfield 5. That's 9. Sameo 10. Haaland, Watkins. I think you can just go Haaland to a Solanke, Captain Solanke. That's it. You don't have to touch your team at all. And then Solanke can then become Morris next game week. That's about it, I think. Please like the stream. Yes, thank you guys. Trippier out for Zabariani. Maybe Kirkes or Zabariani. I would go Kirkes because of his attacking sort of potential, not threat. Start Madison, Luiz or Bailey. I'll start Bailey. He looks more in form. Madison doesn't seem in form to me. He's a streaky player, so when you get him in form, he'll be in form. He doesn't look like to be there right now. Which one to bench out of Gordon, De Bruyne or Saka? I would bench Gordon out of the 3 because the other 2 are high-class players in my opinion. Kirkes, Zabariani, Smith, Kirkes. I think Kirkes is the better one. I have one free transfer. Saka, Palmer, Foden, Gross, Garnacho. Necessary to bring in Bowen instead of... If yes, instead of who? I think Gross. I think Gross goes out. The others can stay. Garnacho has a good game week out in 30, so that can help. Elanga has a better one. I'm not sure Garnacho plays. Let me check. Garnacho doesn't play the best game week. Wait. He's got Everton this game week. They play Brentford. Yeah, not the best one. We sort of got a decent game and he's very cheap. I think it works out well for him. Brighton don't look the best team right now in terms of attack as well. Kaizen sends in his team 2 free transfers, 0.3 in the bank. He's got Richarlison, Bowen, Foden, Palmer, Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Solanke, Watkins, Haaland. Haaland to Morris, Richarlison to Son. That's 2 moves. And the third is sort of up to you. You don't have, I don't see Doughty there. So maybe Moreno to Doughty. That's sort of the move. Yeah, that's it. Those are the 3 moves probably possible. What's sensing his team 2.9 in the bank, 2 free transfers. What 2 players prepping for the game week blank? Richarlison to Son. That's 1. Haaland to Morris. That's 2. I think that sets you up well. If Brighton sources are to play Saliba or Estupinian. I'm not sure if what sources with regards to Estupinian. Still, I would play Saliba. They look solid. Arsenal are the best defense in the league. Trust them. They could concede. There's always a chance of them scoring through a header. I think Arsenal right now, you should back them. And Estupinian has been subbed off too many times too early this time. So don't risk it. How's the defense of Doughty, Ant-Nouri and Zabarni? It's decent. It's not bad. Ant-Nouri is a very good pick. He's a good differential. Triple captain Solanke, I wouldn't. There is huge risk regarding his injury. I wouldn't triple captain. Captain Saka, again, he might get subbed off early. He might start from the bench. Don't risk it. There's no concrete news on Saka this time, so don't risk it. There are better captain options. You can always go Son. There's Bowen. There's Solanke, Morris. Too many options, but not Saka. Haaland also is fine. It could be a high scoring game. Raya, Areola, Moreno, Bradley, Gabriel, Gusto. Again, I think I did answer about this team. I have one free transfer. Saka, Palmer, Foden, Gross, Garnacho. If necessary to bring Bowen, yes. For Gross, I think for Gross. Okay, if I don't have a wild card, I'm setting up for 29 transfers. Haaland to Solanke, Gross to Son, Richarlison to Barkley. I don't think Richarlison to Barkley is the best sort of transfer. You can avoid that. Maybe keep Gross and let go of Barkley. Son to Richarlison to Son is enough. Keep Gross then. Yeah, I think you can avoid Barkley. It's not useful. It's anyways, don't waste that -4. Might as well just use it somewhere else instead, in defense or somewhere else. Don't bring in Barkley, I feel. You can still go for it, but I don't feel that it could work out. But I don't see it working out. Play Foden or Garnacho. Foden. Should I take the -4 for Morris? Yes, I think you should. Sell Haaland or Kevin De Bruyne. Priority Kevin De Bruyne because you don't want him back. Dubravka to Neto for a -4. Have Ariola as the other keeper. I think it's fine. If I don't triple Solanke, when do I use it? I think game week 35, 36 could present us some sort of situation. 34, if you're not free hitting there, are sort of good game weeks. 34, 35 is for Arsenal and Chelsea. So, and Tottenham as well. So Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, these three could double in between apart from 34 and 37. That is where you can triple captain them. Watkins captain is, I think, avoidable. Sell Gusto, Bradford, Bradley or Moreno. I think you can keep Moreno if you don't have blank game week players and not planning to free hit. In that case, I would sell Brathwaite first. Unbench one, says Abhishek. Elanga, Tony or Burn. I think Elanga. I would unbench him. I thought about Barkley to cover for Morris. I don't think he'll cover for Morris. That seems very sort of far-fetched. In your team, if it's Watkins, Tony, Barkley, it's sort of Watkins. I think you have to, because you have Tony, you sort of have to let go of. Maybe instead of, let's sell Tony, leave out that, and maybe you can go maybe Mbuemo next game week for Richarlison and figure out next game week when it comes. This game week, sell Tony for Morris. I think that suits up better. It gives you one extra game. Morris is on pens, better in form. Tony doesn't look the best shape. I know it could not work out as well, but then Barkley I don't see working out for Morris anyways. Is it better to play Gabriel this week or should I bring in Bournemouth? Gabriel, I think is fine. Maguire or Livramento, who to replace on priority? On priority, I think Maguire. Livramento might sneak in his place in the Newcastle team eventually if they keep up with their defense as weak as they are. Gusto, Ake, Moreno. One to play, bench the rest. Gusto I would play. Ake, Moreno, bench for me. Best defender to buy this game week has to be Doughty. He's having a double game week. And for long term, then I think Gusto seems very good to me. Udogi, because he's got a blank game week fixture covering up, and then he has Luton out of the blank as well. Free hit on 29 or save it. Absolutely depends on your team. If you can save it, it's better. If you have like 4 players playing, play the free hit. It's not a bad game week to play it. I'm captaining Solanke. I'm not risking it and not doubting it too much. Saka to Foden is a decent move. I don't mind it actually. Foden does look like more in form. It's just the penalties that might swing, but that's okay to take a chance on. Necessary. I have answered Bowen. I think Gross, not Garnacho. Richarlison to Bowen and Saka to Son. Good for 2 moves instead of Haaland to Morris. No, I find keeping Saka better. I know because Saka is sort of long term. If you feel like Haaland is more important, you can hold on to that. It's not a problem. I don't think it's a huge problem because both Son and Bowen also play in 29, so it's not a problem. Foden or Gordon in the 11. Foden. Start Garnacho or Douglas Luiz. Garnacho. I have all chips left. Should I do free hit or save it for later game weeks? If you have all chips left, you can, I think, decently look at your team. If you have 7 or 8 without any hits playing in game week 29, don't free hit. If not, free hit. That's a good game week to free hit. Trippier won't play. He's definitely out for 2 game weeks. By Doughty or Neto, I think for clean sheet Neto is better, but I think Doughty overall should slightly outscore him because he's got that assist and goal potential, so go for it. Is it essential to have at least 2 double game week players or is it okay with just Solanke? Solanke is fine. There's no compulsion to have 2 double game weeks. It's just the baseline that helps you having more double game week players. Because they'll at least play 2 game weeks, that's just at least 4 points throughout those set of players. Bench 1, Palmer or Neto? I would bench Neto out. Palmer, Foden, Garnacho, play 2, bench 1. Garnacho bench. Do I need to tweak this midfield for a -4? Foden, Son, Palmer, Douglas Luiz, Garnacho. Maybe Douglas Luiz to a Bowen if you can. Pump that up. That would be really good. If you're looking for no free hit, then Garnacho to Bowen should help. Kirkes, Zaberni, Kirkes. I think Kirkes is better. I'll have to bench one of Gross or Douglas Luiz if I do Tony to Morris. That's fine. I think you can bench Douglas Luiz this game. We play Gross and then next game you can turn it around. Sell Watkins or Haaland? I would sell Watkins first. No, actually, it actually depends. It's just down to 29. If you have a good team around free hit 29, or if you're free hitting 29, sell Watkins. Haaland will be needed in 30 and back. If you're not free hitting in 29 and you have enough players, then you can still sell Watkins. If you don't have let's say you have less than sort of 8-9 players, then maybe sell Haaland because you'll need Watkins. He's probably a captaincy shout as well. So yeah, don't risk it for free hit. If you're free hitting only, then sell that. When wildcard, on wildcard maybe Madison or Elanga. Madison, sort of long term. Plus the Luton game is very lucrative in 30. After this game week's transfer, I have 6 playing next week. So free hit, yeah, can do free hit. I think that sets you up better. In that case, you can sell Watkins as well. Tony or Martinelli? I think Martinelli. Between the two, yes. Best captaincy option this game week has to be Solanke. I don't think that changes anything. Play Saka or Garnacho. Saka. Luis to Kulivert for a -4. No, I wouldn't do it. For a -4, no. Douglas Luis plays next game week, so no. That's a baseline of 4 points, 2 points for him as well. Bench one of Kevin De Bruyne, Saka, Foden. It's 2 games versus 2 games, but I feel Douglas Luis is sort of better. He's got pens as well. If it's Luis Diaz, again, then in that case, maybe do the move. Bench one, De Bruyne, Saka, Foden. I would bench De Bruyne out of the 3. I feel, yeah, the Foden is great form. Saka has got pens. Bowen or Tavernier for this? Bowen. Triple captain Solanke? No, I wouldn't triple captain. I'm not confident. You can go. It's not a bad gimmick. I'm not against it. I just feel that the injury around Solanke, it's a knee injury. It could be aggravated. He could play less minutes. He's got a short turnaround. He doesn't really train throughout the week. It's not adding up to me for a triple captain. Yeah, I think Kaizen you can free hit next game week. Ake to Doughty or Zabarni if I'm free hitting 29. Doughty is irrespectively Doughty. Why does it make sense to sell Haaland if you're free hitting next week? It doesn't. If you're free hitting, it doesn't matter. You can keep him. If you're not free hitting, then it makes sense because then Watkins sort of has a game. He's captaincy option. Then it justifies selling Haaland and then getting him back. If you're definitely free hitting, don't sell Haaland. Just hold out to him. Watkins is a better sell in that case. How can we get the fixtures below the player's name? It's sort of an extension. I've posted it multiple times. I think it's in the description as well. It's just I use the extension. Castagna, Garnacho, Elanga, Tony, Burn, Walker. Bench 3. If I had to bench 3 out of these, I would bench Walker, Burn and Tony. I would play the rest. Elanga greater than Bailey on wildcard. Fixtures would better. Yes, I think they do. Play 2 from Watkins, Gordon, Palmer and Saka. I think from the 4 of them, I would play Saka and Palmer. Actually, I would play Saka and then Watkins, Palmer third for me. Moreno or Gusto to start? I would start Gusto. Sell Foden for Son? That's sort of tough. I would because it's Son, he's got pens as well. So yes, but it's sort of a tough move. It is a move that can backfire. I would say that because Foden, it's not going to be a low scoring game at Liverpool versus Liverpool. Start Madison or Watkins? I would start Watkins. Bench 1, Garnacho, Kevin De Bruyne, Foden, Havertz, Saka. Okay. In that case, maybe De Bruyne versus Havertz. I think Havertz because I sort of have a bias for De Bruyne. But yeah, I think Havertz in that case. And also Liverpool's backline is sort of weak. We don't know if Konate will be fit, so slightly want to play De Bruyne there. Bench 1 from Palmer, Gordon, Foden. If I had to bench one, Gordon would be the guy I would bench. Kudos in, Palmer out for a -4. I wouldn't necessarily do it. If you are desperately in need of a player, then okay. But Palmer is a long-term player, so you don't want to do that. If you're wildcarding soon, fair enough. Haaland, Archer to Morris Solanke for a -4, I would do it. Play Estupinian or Bradley? Estupinian for me. No, yeah, actually Estupinian for me. Kudos in, again, I said that. Dubravka to Neto for a -4, already have Areola. Seems like a sideways move, honestly. For a -4, doesn't seem justified. You can take it, but it's not the most justified. I don't see clean sheets for Bournemouth. Start Reguilon or Castagna? I think Castagna. Play Areola or Onana. This one, I think Onana. Good chance for a clean sheet. Everton are sort of a middling attack. Moreno or Braithwaite to sell. Braithwaite, I think. Play Areola or Onana. I answered that. 7 players playing for 29. No, not worth the free. If it's free transfers or a -4, you can go to 9. And it depends. If the core 9 are very good, like Son, Bowen, sort of Madison, Udogi / Poro, Reguilon. If you have those players, you're good to go. Watkins, that's all you need. Majorly you need for 20. So when you look at your team for free hit, consider there is 5 or 6 players if you have them. For us to say, maybe if you have Doughty, one of the Tottenham defenders, that's 2. You have Bowen, Son, not necessarily Madison, Son is fine, Watkins, and maybe let's say a couple of players here and there. This is 6, 7. I think it's more than enough to avoid a free hit. It's not Region per se. I think it's enough to avoid a free hit. I don't think more players, and the players that might score, you might not pick them as sort of core players which will be highly involved in goal scoring, which is like usually involved in all goals scored by those teams. So that's enough. Okay, play Son for or just play Son. I think play Son. Parth, play Son. Saka or Morris, who to captain? Morris in that case. Foden or Palmer, I would bench. I think given the form, no, actually for Pens, Palmer. I think, yeah. Play Palmer, bench Foden. Bench Foden, Diaz or Garnacho. Diaz. Rank Van Dijk, Region and Castagne. This game week, start Castagne, Van Dijk and then Region. Zaberni and Doughty for Trippier and Estupinian and Haaland out for Morris. I would do it. Bench Foden, Palmer or De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Saka or Morris, who to captain? Morris. Start Foden or Garnacho. Foden. In Bowen and Diaz for Doku and Kulusevski. Yes, I would. Palmer or Gross for Haaland. Play 2. If I had to, Palmer and Haaland. Play 2. Estupinian, Walker and Poro. I would take a chance on him. And then start Estupinian. Start 2. Foden, Rashford, Palmer. I think I'll take a chance on Foden and Palmer over Rashford, despite the easier fixture for Rashford. Not necessarily the easier one, but yeah. -4 to play Son over De Bruyne or save the hit. I think take the hit. It could be justified. Play 2. Van Heckel, Walker, Poro. Play in that case. I play maybe play Poro and Walker then. Play Poro or Foden. Foden. Jai Shri Ram sends in his team. 3.3 in the bank with wildcard left suggests changes. I think what I can see on the top, Adebayo to Morris, Haaland to Solanke. That's 2 moves. That's -4. And you have a decent team. Then you can continue from there. Start Foden or Garnacho? I would start Foden. Bench De Bruyne or Ake. Ake, Saka fit. Looks like he is. He should be okay. Rice or Johnson? I think Johnson. I don't really trust Rice that much. I know it's Brentford and it's going to be deep block, so not Rice. He's not going to get inside the box. He could score. I mean, he's been on ridiculous sort of form at times, but no. Start Foden or Gordon. I've answered. Odegaard or Palmer. Bowen, Diaz, Saka, Foden, Gordon. Which 3 to start? Foden, Saka and Bowen. Garnacho or Foden? Foden. Son, Morris and Doughty in for Watkins, Richarlison, Braithwaite. I am not a huge fan of Watkins out ahead of GameWeek 29, so you can figure that out on the basis on your team. But if you're wild free hitting in 29, absolutely make those moves, Kaizan. I think those are good moves then. Between Virgil and Ake to bench because he could be dropped. Virgil will definitely start good on set pieces, so yeah. Foden and Virgil to start over Moreno. Foden or Garnacho. I've answered that a couple of times. Estupinian, Moreno, Kabore, which bench one player. Kabore, you play double game week, and between the two, I think you bench Moreno. Will you bench Palmer, Gross, or Neto? I will show my team. If I had that 3, I would bench in Neto. His Wolves look very weak, and he sort of had an issue. Okay, let's go to my team. I will quickly pick my team before I mess it up, and I don't have an 11. Here's what my team looks like. I have Neto in goal, Doughty, Gabriel, Gusto, Bowen, Son, Saka, Palmer, Morris, Solanke, and Watkins. I will vice captain Morris in case there's something goes wrong with Solanke. So for Saka, I will have Madison coming in instead of Udogi. So I will make that change and switch it up. And yeah, that is my team is saved. I'm on wildcard. Let me just check. Yes, wildcard is active, so I don't have a negative sort of impact on my team. Okay, last 2 minutes, so quickly I will answer all of the remaining questions. And before you guys drop off, please hit the like button. Bench Foden, Palmer, Haaland or De Bruyne. I would bench De Bruyne for sure. Start 2, Virgil and Foden. I know it's contradictory, but start it. You never know. Both can score. Moreno sort of fair, but I don't trust that much. That Villa defense too much. Saka, Bailey, Foden, Palmer. Bench 1. I would bench Bailey. The only problem starting Johnson over Rice is that Johnson might come on for 60th minute. Won't you agree? Yes. but he's got sort of the chance to score. If you're not sure, go Rice. I think that's fine. Solanke or Morris. If I had to triple captain, take a chance on Solanke. Yes, he's got the odds there. If you're really punty, go Morris. If I was there, if I was definitely playing triple captain, Morris would be the guy. Not to triple captain is the ideal answer, but if you want to, Morris. 3 from Burn, Udogi, Saliba, Walker, Taylor. Udogi, Saliba, and then Walker. Play Gusto or Moreno? Gusto. I'm playing that. I'm playing Gusto as well, so Gusto. I think there's like 10 seconds left, guys. Last second questions, if anyone has them. It's 52, 53, 54. Setting a captain, I think there's no more time left, even if you put in the question. And with that, all the best, everyone. It is the deadline for the game week. The idea of captaining Saka this week is far-fetched. Yes, it is too far-fetched. He could not play. He could come on as a sub. He's not the easiest game. So Bowen, Son, Watkins, all of these players, Morris, have better fixtures. Let's not go there. Even Palmer has a better fixture. Good luck, everyone. I think it was a great sort of stream. Helpful for you guys, hopefully. And thank you for hopping on. Please hit the like button if you leave. Keeps up the algorithm. I know we're doing bad at it, but yeah. Tries to push our content to a lot more people so that some might get disappointed the next time I don't show up. Watkins or Garnacho? If I was playing, I would play Watkins. But yes, all the best, guys. I don't have more news on Solanke. I just feel it's going to be sort of an odd. Hopefully, it goes a low scoring game week in terms of clean sheet. Both teams keep clean sheet. I would love that. I have sort of those sort of players. Made my moves, okay. I think kept Haaland ahead of Morris in the end. Lol, couldn't get myself to remove Haaland. Fair. I am not sure of Morris, but I was very impressed by his minutes per point, which is sort of impressive. If he plays 180 minutes, and if I do the math, he's sort of got a point every 16.2. That's, how much is that? That's like 11 points over the game week, which is absolutely not bad. I would take an 11 pointer from Morris, and that's for free. It's not a hit for me. So I made the move. Yes, Haaland can Haaland not score 11 points? Yes, he can, but that's without. It's okay. I mean, it's not the easiest game, and Morris can always also have pens. I'm in college, so I'm in grad school, so it takes up a lot of my time and energy. So can't really keep up with the schedule of FPL of 4 a.m. It's very odd on my end of the world. It's like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So I last time I really missed the deadline. Like couldn't wake up. I woke up like 8 minutes after the deadline. Didn't make moves. Captain was not set on who I wanted. So yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up. I thank you guys for joining again. We'll try to come on the stream next time. I think it's a blank gaming stream. Would want to hop on, discuss sort of more. Let's check the time for me. It's 3 a.m. right now. 29 will be 6:30 a.m. So much more better than the last few deadlines. So let's see if I can make it to 6:30. But yes, I think I can, because I might have finals that time, like exams. But let's see. United Chelsea final position. Eric Ten Hag replacement sounds horrible. I don't know. I really don't know if United, like, there is any manager that wants to jump into the mess right now, and I think they should continue on Eric Ten Hag. He's sort of getting results out. Let him build what he can. I don't think he'll progressively help the club. Maybe a odd FA Cup or EFL Cup here or there, but fair enough. For another year, you should try him out. And final Chelsea position would be 10th. United would end up 7th, I think. Not 7th, 6th. They're sort of there anyways. So yeah, 6th. Like what where is United right now? It's 6th, right? Yeah, 6th. That's where I see them ending. And Chelsea 10th. They'll make it 10th. 9th, maybe to 9th, but 10th is where I see them. Yes, I will try to come on stream next time. 6:30 seems like possible. I'm in LA. Not LA, but like I'm more south than LA. I'm in Irvine. I don't know. It's like 40 minutes from LA. I don't know if you guys know. But like the same time zone, yeah. But yes, that's up. I think 6:30 sounds doable. Can't commit, but yeah. I'll try my best to actually make it, and I want to. Not just try, but I want to. Because two fixtures are kicking off. We'll get news, and then Fulham vs Spurs is going to be interesting. But okay, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for joining again. It was really good again to talking to you guys and help you guys out. We'll see you in the next stream, hopefully Till then, this is FPL Tip signing off. Cheers.